Hi Spawns, welcome to Season 34, well and the Season 34 patch list for both Hunter and for Survivors. I just want to let everyone know that for whatever you're seeing here, it will be implemented tomorrow during Valentine's Day. However, the patch notes has already come true as well. I just wanted to let everyone know when they're watching the video and they feel like something is off, just know that the patch notes are out tomorrow. What you see in the video isn't really the patch notes, it's just there for the sake of it, kind of, but it is what's going to be implemented next season, of course. But anyways, that's going to be the start of intro. Thank you everyone for being here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, let's move on then. This is going to be end of Season 34 Hunter patch notes before Season 35 comes. The first one will be Goatman. Goatman will receive a nerf in which his resentment will be increased to cost from 14 points to 19 points during the second release of Enclosure. So as you can see here, we've 70 points. We're going to use one and then use 2, and we've 19 points left. So 70 take away 19 is around not 54. Well, yeah, it is around 51. But it does seem like for now, the adjustment hasn't really come towards the test server just yet. We're going to wait until this is at 59 before we drop it down. So that's going to be the first cage. We're going to drop the second cage now. And it seems like it's still only 14 points with the cost of resentment. We do hope that this will be fully implemented by the time that the actual patch notes come true for the main server. But for now, as you can see here, it's basically what they said. The resentment time has been increased from 14 to 19 points, even though it doesn't really show here. Second nerf of Goatman would be we reduce the duration of the cage from 10 seconds to 9 seconds. So the moment we drop down this cage, we'll see whether or not the duration has been reduced or not. But honestly, well, I'm not even too sure myself too. So you're just gonna have to see it from the timer that I've done it on the edit here. Okay, next will be Hullabaloo. Hullabaloo will receive a slight nerf here when it comes to his red zone. So what is his nerf? So when survivors basically step on towards any of the debuffs, they will only receive the debuffs 0.3 seconds afterwards. So this is kind of very similar to the likes of Sculptor. Like when the statues collide, it'll take 0.3 seconds for them to actually merge and then damage the survivors. A little bit similar, but I guess the good news for this is if you're actually stepping at the edge, like over here where Seer is stepping at right now, and you running a straight line, by technicality you won't be able to receive any debuffs too. But not only that, it also does feel like when the Hullabaloo spawns as well, there is some duration before they can actually hit you too. So you do have that 0.3 seconds, window to maybe pull away. But this is especially good for the likes of Forward, for the likes of Weeping Clown, and of course for the likes of Mercenary. Just any survivor that can pull distance immediately within that 0.3 second range as well. But honestly, Hullabaloo's nerf isn't too much. It's more or less just trying to stop survivors from, well, not really trying to stop survivor, but what we're trying to do here is trying to stop Hullabaloo from animation cancelling us too much, especially when it comes to the red zone too. Now then, let's look at our next nerf. Next nerf will be Nice. Now he's been getting a small nerf here when it comes to his rescue. So what is it in general? The first thing is, now we will reduce the maximum distance of Chivalrous Sympathy from 8 meters to 7 meters, and allowing height difference is ranged from 1.26 meters to 0.84 meters. It simply just means that you kind of have to be on the ground when you're rescuing survivors now, which is another slight bit of an issue, because I do think that's what's really strong about Night. Now, not only that, it seems like the duration of Chivalrous Sympathy has been increased from 0.667 seconds to 0.8 seconds. Honestly though, I think the nerf was worth it, because especially with the fact that like it only takes you 2/3 of 1 second to perform a rescue when one basic hit attack animation is like 1/3, well not even 1/3, is like 1/5 or even 1/3 of a second, 0.2 seconds to 0.3 seconds. So it seems like we decided to try and heavily nerf Knight's rescue just for a little bit too. But not only that, it seems like we have also, this allows survivors from being able to use special objects such as the roller coaster or even the tram or even the slides when you use your chivalrous sympathy too. So for Night, it's more of a rescue debuff than, not debuff, but a rescue nerf than a containment nerf, because survivors do have quite an easy time when it comes with that free 8-second chip damage, of course. Okay, finally, the good news is that Novelist got a really big buff. Let's see the buffs for now. So what is Novelist's first buff? Novelist's first buff is that we've increased the metaphor swapping range from 11.1 meters to 13.5 meters. So as you can see here, the range has been increased significantly. But of course, not only that, his harass potential also has been increased by quite a lot. Now we will increase the swapping range of metaphor from 6.8 meters to 9.8 meters, an increase of 3 meters, when there are survivors nearby. So this simply just means that you can drag the hunter further back when there's a survivor that's currently containing. But of course, that's not only it. Aside from his own harassing, he also got a kiting buff. His next buff would be that the duration of resonance, which is his 50% movement speed buff, will be increased from 2 seconds to 2.5 seconds. An extra 500 milliseconds of running time is still really good. Sometimes you can actually make it towards the window or a pallet with just that extra 500 ms, even though it doesn't seem like it's that much. And of course, last adjustment is his decoding speed. He's gotten a significant increase on his decoding speed. A 5% increase on decoding when the cipher machine has been exceeding 50% decoding progress. He'll only receive a 5% deduction speed instead of a 10% decoding deduction speed. So Novelist is currently fully buffed out and maxed out for season 35. But of course, that's going to be the end of it for season 34 patch adjustments and of course for character changes. That's all going to be it from me today. And if you have any feelings of these new character adjustments, especially for me as well, I just feel like Novelist did get quite a really big and buffy patch. Leave it down in the comments below. But that's going to be it from me today. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Good night.